Hello there, my name's Catherine, and today I have the privilege of introducing to you the Let There Be Frames, a Good Omens frame project. What this is a multidisciplinary, multi-artist, multi-talented fan project that has brought together artists from all over the world to recreate a scene from before the beginning. There's something so beautifully human about fandom. It is uniquely human in the way that we take in art and stories and music, outside influences, and we bring them into ourselves. And from that, we are given passion to go forth and create even more, to find community, to discuss, to analyze, to laugh and cry together over these things. And so with that layering on top of this, seeing literally hundreds of artists from around the world come together is honestly beautiful and human on its own. But then I would be remiss to not bring in Good Omens references in this. But as we find in Season 2, in Good Omens 2, that our protagonists, Crowley and Aziraphale, well, they truly are stronger when they work together, and one cannot feel that power when you look at a project of this sort. To not feel the immensely powerful miracle it is to have friends and fandom and community and collaboration and all of this productivity and creation and artistic expression that comes out of this. And this project is nothing short of miraculous. Now, I might be about as good at close-up magic as the amazing Mr. Fell, but one thing that I can do is run a spreadsheet, and another thing that I can do is use that to connect people, and I am so very proud to have been the organizer for this project. And I'd love to tell you a little bit more about how this all went down. If you're unfamiliar with animation or film, it is really a series of pictures played together at a high speed, in this case 30 frames per second, and those make moving pictures. And so when we have a frame project like this, we take all of that scene, right? We take what we're going to reanimate and we break it down into every single individual frame. And those went out to all of our artists all over the globe. And 500 and nearly 50 of those came back to be reanimated, played like a flip book, to create the original scene again. All of those frames, every single one of those is so important and makes something honestly bigger than themselves. And coming off of Good Omens 2 and seeing what we've learned about our protagonists and about the world, knowing that we are stronger together, was kind of the reasoning behind this, kind of the thought behind this, kind of the realization as we worked together to make this. Because one, fan art is so important. It's so important to find a story you connect to and to share it, and then to work collaboratively to recreate that. It is truly a love letter to all of those that worked on the show. Okay, here goes. Let there be matter. Let there be gravity. Let there be everything from pages 11 to 3,602 inclusive. Let there be frames.
I'd hate to see you getting into any trouble.
Thanks for your help. And thanks for your advice. I wouldn't worry, though. How much trouble can I get into just for asking a few questions?
Whether this is your first introduction to a frame project, or you're very familiar, and there have been others, there will be more. That's what's fascinating to me, is that this is something that is definitely becoming a staple of celebratory passion and art creation in fandom spaces. And so, of course, on that note, it is absolutely pertinent to give credit to Em and Kate, who ran the Our Frames Mean Love, the Our Flag Means Death project that kind of kickstarted and really showed us the ropes on how we do this. Projects like these are even more important in times of unrest, and during the climate right now of the strikes and the creative jobs being threatened. I think it's even more important to see that Yes, of course, we care about our franchises and our shows and our stories. We love them. That's what makes us fans. That's what makes us, consumers of glorious fiction. But even more so, we see that now, when our creators and our writers and our actors and all of the people in the industry, it's their time to strike, to demand for better. And so they cannot talk about their shows. And so, even more than talking about the shows because we care about them, we're out here creating while your voices are silent, because we won't let this be forgotten. Because this is more than just a franchise, this is everything. And so, please accept this as a gift of creation, of expression, and passion while you are fighting the good fight. This is truly a love letter to our favorite creators, to everyone involved on every facet that goes into creating these things. And we here at Let There Be Frames would like to thank every single member of the cast, of the crew, the writers, everyone, the social media teams, every single person that's out there making, creating, telling stories. A huge thank you to Michael Sheen and David Tennant, to Neil Gaiman, Sir Terry Pratchett, and Douglas McKinnon. Thank you. So I'd like to invite you to look at these frames again. I'm going to slow them down a little bit so that we can appreciate the art, because we've seen how strong they are together. We've seen how they show our beloved characters. And now it's time to look at everyone that came together to make that happen. As you look through these, I would highly recommend that you look at all of the different mediums. There are paintings, digital, traditional. There are thousands of hours of work across all of these frames. We've got some fiber arts, we've got rug making, we have linocut, and there's even an edible frame in there. And so as you look through, really truly appreciate the unique characteristics of all of these, and then see how it goes together to make up every part of this.